Hello everyone, I'm RobtheMod. Welcome to part 132 of Gran Turismo 7 on the PlayStation 5. So it's day 3 of the New Year login campaign. Unfortunately, I didn't actually get to do all 5 days in the Christmas login campaign because day 5, I thought I was going to do it because, this started on the 26th, but day 4 was Christmas Day and I didn't realize that it ended technically at midnight. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but it does mean that I have 6 rewards already there. But let's just move straight on to the weekly challenges first. Oh, we got a Polestar 1 make. I don't think I have a Polestar, do I? We've also got a World Touring Car 900, a Ferrari. Is this? I need to check what this is. If this is bloody. No, it's not. Thank God. Right, I was like, if this is the one where it's like 30 minutes or an hour, like it was last year, yeah, I was like, I'm not doing that. Okay, so Sunday Cup, well, obviously we're going to start in the Valkyrie. Such a cheat, but why not? Short version of Red Bull Ring. I can't remember what the short version of Red Bull Ring actually looks like. But I do know that, oh, well, I thought the straight was going to be longer than it was. I wonder if that counts as going off the track. God, this thing does not handle well on this short circuit. Wait, I know this version of Red Bull Ring. This is the version that I did in reverse on Grid Legends when it asked me to practice. It's like, I didn't recognize it. But yeah, I recognize it now. Short version of Red Bull Ring. Okay. Well, I've gone off the track. This is going so well. This is, oh my God, this car does not turn. The downforce is just not there on this car at the moment. Reminds me of the discussion that they had on the Grand Tour, which was about downforce. Where they were like, oh, how, in fact, I specifically think it was about this car. They were on about, there's got to be a speed in which you go around a corner where the downforce is not enough to keep you on the track, but the tyres, you're also going faster than the tyres can allow. Can I lap everyone? Probably not, because considering where the guy in second is, he's already gone over the start-finish line. So that's unfortunate. What was he even in? Can't remember. There we go. Gone through it. Yeah, no clean race bonus, because I was shit. Got a credit ticket, that's okay. This is like the perfect time for me to say this is not sponsored. Especially considering, this was Christmas and it also came out ages ago when you see it, about 6 months ago. But yeah, I picked up the, or I should say I got the Mr. Woman's Motoring Adventure book, which is all about Top Gear and the Grand Tour. So that's cool. I will eventually read that. Pickup truck race. Need snow tires. Have we got snow tires on any of these things? No. Got dirt tires. Oh, we have snow tires an option. Oh, so clearly we've already used them. Which is good. Oh, Lake Louise tri-oval reverse. This would be fun, won't it? This is the one where I end up bumping everyone. I think it is. Everyone's braking. The AI's crashing themselves. Look at the vibration of the steering wheel here. There's a bump. Oh, it's 5 laps of this as well, isn't it? At least it's the short version of Lake Louise. Because if this was the full version, oh my god, 5 laps of this. Been ridiculous. Let's just go hard in on the corner. Why was the AI there? Have I actually got past the AI? No, I have not. Also, I just realised this thing does not have a paint job. I need to get a paint job for this thing then. I was going to say, why was the AI, like, doing that angle, but... The reason it was doing that angle is because obviously that was the best way of going into the corner, considering he had the speed on me. Come on, we can get past these other two. Gonna bump this guy over. Go. Keeps us in the lead. Just got 3 more laps of this. That's the pit lane. I was gonna say let's go over here, but then they'll be able to slipstream me, won't they? Yep. No, you don't, AI. Okay, maybe you do. That's such a weird noise in the background. The snow. Turn. Ooh, the AI's been overtaken. That's good. Tell you what, it's fun to drift this thing, but... Yeah, 5 laps? Come on, Polyphony. It's a short course, but it feels so much longer because these cars aren't that quick. It's still a minute a lap. And obviously they will be slower on snow. So they've already caught up. But they do brake for that corner. But I don't, so that's how I'm better than them. So they are gaining on me a little bit. Should be real easy to win in the last lap. Unless I somehow spin out, which is not impossible on snow. But, you know, if I manage to not spin out, that'd be brilliant. Oh, nice drift there. And across the line. You know what I'm going to do? Because I need to do the Polestar thing. And I don't have one. I'm going to get a paint job for this car. And I'm also going to buy the Polestar, tune it up and get a... well, actually, it's electric, isn't it? So I can't really tune it up much. But, you know. I'll get a paint job and everything for that. So I will see you in a second. Okay. Deep Forest Raceway. 3 laps in a Polestar. And this is the paint job. This has weight reduction on it. Not that that actually matters with the actual interior. See, that is the issue that you have with this. With the game. It's like, oh, we need to have this high quality interior and all that. But then they give you like weight reduction options. Which is obviously will be removing all the leather and crap from the interior. So it's kind of like, I shouldn't say that Gran Turismo 5 and 6 had a point with the premium and non-premium cars, but like, you know what I mean? Like, where the interior view on the non-premium cars was literally just a black thing. And you basically just got a shape through the windscreen. That's kind of what I think they need for, like, when you do weight reduction. Because they're like, oh, immersion, and then here we go in this thing, where I've got stage 4 weight reduction, and yet everything in the interior is still stock. There was also stage 5 weight reduction, which was 300,000 credits. God's sake, that was colossal understeer. Again, colossal understeer that I had to brake. Who would have guessed a luxury EV is not exactly the best handling vehicle? I also need to get the thumbnail. After this, because obviously this is not a car that I've driven before. So I normally like to use that as the thumbnail, if I can. Turn, 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 turn. There we go. No turning there. Just completely off the track there. God, you can hear the tires squealing as we go around the corner. But they've got no grip. Oh, as I clip the wall. I was trying to handbrake at that to do it like a 180, and that did not work. Right, there we go, across the line. Oh look, I didn't get a clean race one, to see what I guessed. Okay, we're doing a Ferrari circuit challenge in a Ferrari that needs less than 700 pp, so presumably it's this, the F8 Tributo that oh, it's on Yas Marina. Oh, this will be interesting. I like Yas Marina. It's a long track, but I do like it. Of course, I also like it when cars turn when I tell them to turn, but... you know. "30 seconds behind first. Gonna go not in first person for a change. I just realised this is, yeah, an NBC themed car. Is this like a real livery, or is this just something someone's made? Probably something someone's just made, to be honest. Wouldn't surprise me. It's got, yeah, it's got Lidl and NBC branding on it. Okay, yeah, this is something someone's made. They've just decided, hey, let's just get a whole bunch of random logos and make a paint job. I was going to say, how am I going past the super fast? But the reason is because I tuned the hell out of mine, so it doesn't actually have... It's got too much power to be in this event. It's got 100 more PP than what is allowed, so... Okay, here we go. This is a lap down. God, I wonder how many lap... Wait, I think it's 10 laps that the last race is going to be. I did click on it, didn't I? It's World Touring Car 900. Which unfortunately means we can't use the Super Formula to cheese it, but it does mean that I think we can use, like... What can we use? That's the problem. I'm so used to, like, cheesing the 700 and 800 events. I can't remember what we used to cheese the 900. It's not the Mazda. Is it the Nissan that we use? Turn. You know what I want to do though? I want to make all my Ferraris in this game pink. Or at least I want to get a pink Ferrari, just to annoy Ferrari, because I know in real life they do not like their cars in certain colours, and pink is one of them. No. We're off. We were, yeah, we were 11 seconds faster than the AI. It was apparently in the exact same car. That was not what I wanted to do. That was going for a gap that wasn't there. And I should have predicted that was going to happen. Come on, turn. Come on, keep turning. There we go. 2 more laps after this. And then I have to record Forza. Well, I don't have to record Forza, but you know, I'm going to record Forza. Although, well, we'll see. Obviously, I can't have the sound on because copyright, but it is the Battle of the Sexes tennis match today when I'm recording this. I'm not normally a tennis person, but I do kind of want to keep an eye on that. Because, you know, interesting, you know. It's only an exhibition game, but still. That starts in roughly half an hour. Which is going to be awkward, of course, if the other race starts. If the next race takes half an hour to finish. Okay, here we go. One more lap. Yep, I mean, it probably wasn't very quick, but I just wanted to see if I could handbrake turn this thing. And the answer is yes. Don't think we're going to catch up to anyone here. And there we go, across the line. Okay, there we go, driving marathon. Complete. Let's move on to the next race. You know what, I should probably actually highlight the episode that I'm doing on my list instead of Forza. Because knowing me, I would end up saying that I've recorded Forza when I haven't. Yeah, it's 10 laps. What do I normally use for this then? I was going to say I use this Nissan, but I'm not sure because it's lost a lot of PP. Well, only one way to find out, right? So let's do it. 10 laps of Le Mans. It's 3 minutes a lap. So this will take about half an hour. And of course we've got fuel to deal with. But hopefully the AI will as well. And of course tyres. Oh, and I just realised it's Le Mans, so it might actually rain. What's the weather like? The weather radar doesn't appear to actually rain. I never use this radar. I think it's more meant for online. And when you got like close side-by-side racing, so you don't actually end up hitting them. Problem is, of course, it means I can't actually see how much fuel I'm using. I think I might have just clipped him there as I was coming back over it. Completely accidental. Just gonna say, where's the next guy? He's all the way up here. We've only got him to 15th right now. It's been an accident back there. Like someone wasn't turning the corner, but this thing is still super fast as we go past the AI. You shouldn't be doing that. I know I just dodged him into a wall, but that wasn't intentional. God, as we go off the track. See, the AI sort of like, if there's a faster car coming up on you, you're supposed to let the faster car through. And it was just not doing that. I think the first couple of cars are going on the first chicane right now. Don't know how he kept so much speed there. That's what I mean. See how he moved over? Despite him being on the racing line. The racing line is the middle of the track. Another McLaren F1. Actually, I could have driven this thing, couldn't I? Or have I not? No, I bought it, didn't I? Yeah, I bought that one. Oh god. Oh god. That was bad cornering there for me. Just went into that with way too much speed. Turn. Oh, we're there. We're getting past. Only just. Ah! Bloody AI car. Gang, we've gone off the track. No brakes, no. This guy's probably thinking one idiot. Going wide again. There we go. Let's get past the NSX. Okay, third lap and we're now in first place. We'll have to guess when we can go for new tyres. Because that'll be, I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna pit and fuel on lap 5, why not? It's probably a good time to do it, if any. Maybe I'll do it on lap 6. Depends. Depends on how the tyres are, to be honest. I want to not go off here. And you can get penalties, so I don't know how I didn't get one for going off the track before, but I didn't. So I guess I'll take that. Fastest lap there somehow. Oh, I just realised how bad the back tyres are, actually. The back left is the worst one. I might be able to keep it going. We'll see. But yeah, we probably will go for a thing on lap 5 then. Just need to be really careful, I think, coming out some of the corners. Not to spin out. Like these really, really sharp ones. Like, not really doing that, but we did it anyway. But I don't really want to go in for tyres on lap 4. That's my problem. It wants to go at the left. Not holding the thing there. Also, I don't think I can reach top speed, which makes sense, but it's maybe a bad idea, but I am gonna stay out an extra lap. Because if I can stay out an extra lap, then that means on lap 6, I can also like, well, I should say on lap 10, I can stay out then. Very slippy. Who would have guessed? When you've got no tread on the back of your tyres. But it's not horrific to drive like the Formula 1 car was. Some of the AI have pit. Both rears have now got 0 grip. I'm doing 200 mile an hour on tyres that have 0 grip. Thankfully, the brakes are in the front, so yes, we slide a little bit in some of the corners, but it's not too bad. And I would say that probably having the traction control on 5 is probably good as well. Kind of helps us stop spinning out. Even though it does want to still spin, as you can see. Definitely getting more of it now. Apparently 10 seconds slower than our previous lap time, or our best lap time. But we'd probably be that slow if we went for pits anyway, so it's kind of like, what's the point? There we go, we made it around that corner without spinning out, that's fine. That is apparently 32 seconds behind me. I don't think it is. 31. It is going down. But yeah, I don't, okay, maybe it is. Maybe that is 32 seconds behind me. I don't know. It just looked longer, or shorter, I should say. Got a braking point. Braking point here. As the car wants to slide in the back. Okay, we've got a very sharp corner where the car started to drift from the rear end. We've got a section of the track where we kind of got to go flat out through the corners. Well, not flat out, but keep a decent amount of speed through the corners, which is a bit terrifying in a car with no rear grip. But there we go. We can win, or we can make an entire lap without spinning out, even if the two rears have gone. So that's good enough for me. That, to me, implies that we can still win the race. But you know what? I might change to racing mediums. Just because it will give us a little bit extra length of the of tyre, I think. The only issue is I hate how long this actually takes to make it. Thankfully, the guy in second is also coming in for fuel, so technically we could have just left straight then, but why bother? Let's just get full tank of fuel, get out of here. Not cut across the pit line. Here we go. Full throttle. Now we're on racing mediums, so car will handle slightly differently, but hopefully the tyres will last just a little bit longer. Maybe they'll actually last the entire 5 laps. Wouldn't that be something? To be fair, what also might not have been good is going off the track. That's probably something that caused issues. You know, I'm sure going through dirt and stuff is not good for these racing tyres. Or into the gravel, or on the grass. I don't know, I'm assuming that's like stability control or something flashing. I don't know. Like the warning light? The red warning light? No, I think stability no, that would be traction control, wouldn't it? The one with the... I don't know. All I know is it flashes a lot. It's very distracting. Well, let's actually go in this view. So we never really race in this view. Just the classic Gran Turismo bonnet view, if you didn't know. View that you used in Gran Turismo 3 and 4, because There was no interior view back then. And there wasn't really an interior view in Gran Turismo 5 and 6. I mean, there was and there wasn't. Because people used to make fun of Gran Turismo 5 and 6 for that all the time back in the day, if you didn't know. Because I explained it kind of earlier on in the video, but also, like, I didn't really explain it. So, back in that era, Polyphony decided on this brilliant idea of having premium cars and regular cars. And what that meant was that basically I don't think it was all of them, because I don't think some of them, they couldn't get the license for them anymore. But basically, most of the cars from Gran Turismo 4, which there was about, 800 cars in Gran Turismo 4 or something crazy like that. I mean, I'm saying that, I'm saying crazy. I mean, there's 600 and something in this game now. Might even be more. But basically, there was, all these cars on Gran Turismo 4. PS2 era models. In fact, I think some of them were still PS1 era models, but tarted up a little bit. Or like very early PS2 era models, like Gran Turismo 3. And Polyphony, like it. Back then, it was very unusual to have games that took ages to develop. Like, you've got to remember, like, Grand Theft Auto, you had, in that PS2 era, and then even in that 360 PS3 era, you had Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, San Andreas, that's all in a 3-year span. And then if, like, 2004, 2008, you got Gran Turismo, you got Grand Theft Auto 4, and then you got 2 DLCs for Grand Theft Auto 4. Sorry, in that time period, and then you got Grand Theft Auto 5 at the end of that generation on 360 and PS3. Right, so kind of ridiculous if you think about it. That you got, like, I mean, 2009 and 2013, again, it's only 4 years. And then, at the time of recording this, I keep saying Gran Turismo. It's because it's Gran and Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto 6 is not out yet. But yeah. I mean, we theoretically might have 3 generations of console. We do have 3 generations of console where GTA 5 is the only Grand Theft Auto on them, which is kind of ridiculous. But anyway, yeah. So Polyphony at the time, they'd come out with Gran Turismo 4. And basically, they were very, very ambitious. They basically said, oh, Gran Turismo 5, it's not going to be a PlayStation 3 launch title, but it's going to come out very close to the launch of the PlayStation 3. And then on launch, they had something called the Gran Turismo HD concept, which I do want to do a video on at some point, because I found that a very interesting thing, that they just come out with this little mini game that had 20 cars. It's basically like my first Gran Turismo. But yeah, they came out with that. And then about 2 years into the life of the PS3, they were like, yeah, okay, so Gran Turismo 5, we're not really going to be able to come out with it anytime soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to come out with this little game called Gran Turismo 5 Prologue. And it's going to just show you what Gran Turismo 5 is going to be like. But we need some extra time to do Gran Turismo 5. So they came out Gran Turismo 5 Prologue. And then they were like, oh, Gran Turismo 5 is going to come out in 2009, same time as Forza Motorsport 3. It didn't. And so Forza Motorsport, bear in mind that like Forza Motorsport 1, like the first one, came out at the same time as Gran Turismo 4. Right? So at this point you have 3 Forzas that came out at the same time as Gran Turismo. And yeah, that's basically Gran Turismo 5 got delayed a year, and then it came out, and everyone kind of mocked it for like the cars, some of them being PS1 era cars, and some of them being PS2 era, and like only a few of them being actual HD. And bear in mind, HD back then, of course, was 720p, so it wasn't even like. I mean, technically, I think they were probably scanned for 1080, but like. The problem was that a lot of TVs back then did not really support 1080p. I mean, towards the end of that generation, they did, obviously. But very early on that generation, a lot of TVs, you buying a HD TV and it was 720p. Which, I want to point out, if you upload a video to 720p onto YouTube today, YouTube does not even count that as HD. It's not enough resolution. It says HD next to the thing, but if you like in the actual YouTube Creator Studio, it does not list it as HD. Because the earliest videos that I have on the channel are that resolution. Because in that era, you know, that was the thing as well, like, you were capturing video for YouTube, like all the capture cards and everything. They used component video. They didn't use HDMI because HDMI had copyright issues. Well, not copyright issues, it had DRM. And that was kind of, well, it was the main problem was that PS3, it had like, they obviously didn't want to come out with a system that like, well, I think the issue was that in that generation, right, you had the PS3, which had HDMI, and it had the issue of the HDMI always having copy protection enabled on it, so you can't technically use that for recording without a defeater box, which I do have. Technically I shouldn't, but you know, I'm using it to record gameplay footage, not a copyrighted Hollywood movie. You know, it's whatever. Anyway, right, so you have that. You have the 360, which had HDMI, did not have copy. Well, it had copy protection on the HDMI. Obviously, if you tried to play a DVD or, well, it didn't have Blu-ray. It had HD DVD, which was an add-on. But presumably that had copyright protection on it. I don't know. Never tried it. But games, they didn't. And but the problem was the very early 360s did not have HDMI because it was not standard for HD video at that point. Standard was component, which did 1080i, which was kind of the problem. Like the PS3 and the 360 can do 1080p, but most games run at 720p because 1080i and 720p is kind of the same resolution. Like when I said if you're buying a HD TV, it was 720p. Basically, I mean, I can't go into the difference between interlaced videos and progressive video. I mean, that's too ridiculous. But, you know, even though they're kind of different widths and all that, interlaced, there's less detail in it, so they're basically equal, if that makes any sense. So yeah, game consoles would output at 1080p, but they weren't internally running the games at that resolution, basically. So that's kind of what I was on about with like Gran Turismo 5. The cars were being scanned for 720p. The game might be putting out the video at 1080p, but the internal resolution of the game was not 1080p. I mean, look at the difference in the tyres, by the way, for this thing. We're on the 4th lap and got ages left on the tyres. But anyway, yeah. So the problem with Gran Turismo 5 is you had these premium cars and you had the basic cars, and the premium cars had an interior like this, and the basic cars did not have an interior. And a lot of people said it was better to drive in this view because at least then you'd have a consistent viewing of this view, not this view, this view. Because at least then you'd have a consistent experience. And I completely understand that because guess what? Gran Turismo 7, I drove in this view. You go back and watch the Gran Turismo 7 Let's Play. I'm driving in this view. Oh my god. I didn't think I was going to clip him there. Oh, this will be fun, by the way, as well, won't it? Because I'll do the thing, the weekly challenges here, and I'll get the 4 weekly challenge things, because I'm including the driving marathon. I'll have like 10 credit things to open at the end. And this video is already an hour long, although that does include getting the thumbnail, so... you know. And also now I'm missing the start of the tennis, but the tennis probably starts at 4 o'clock. They'll probably have a bit of build-up. Who knows? Be very surprised if they didn't have any build-up. I'm trying to ignore this yawn as well. Turn. You know what, let's go fuel map 1. Let's see what this car can do. Assuming, you know, we don't run out of fuel. Because that would be bad. I mean, we have half a tank of fuel. I'd be very surprised if we run out of fuel, but you never know. The only problem is, of course, we've got cars that will be in our way and that will slow us down. Because we're going to get one about right up about here. Right on the chicane. How brilliant. I'm going to slow down for the chicane anyway, but... get out the way. That's what the blue flag means, I think. I think the blue flag means there's a faster car coming, get out the way. You don't see him until I get near AI cars. Have you noticed that? Catching up to this guy now, so maybe we'll start seeing blue flags again. So we're in this area of the track where I don't think there's many stewards anyway, so... and there we go. There's one, waving a blue flag. There's another one. I just came up on that sign. So there's no stewards here. But there are like sign things that light up. Never noticed that. Like electronic signs. That is actually cool. Nice little detail. And here we go, he's got the checkered flag for me to win. No cling race bonus, but who would have guessed? Right, okay. Let's get out of this and let us find out what our next not what our next race is. You know what I mean. Let's do our 10 things. This must be like the most of them that I've ever collected. Right. 10 gifts. Okay, let's just get all this money first. Is there anything? No, none of these. Right, okay. Start with the 3-star roulette ticket. Ooh, wow. Ooh, that's so worth it. Okay, this is an engine one, so I'm not really that bothered, but you know. Yep, it's an engine. Ford Mustang GT. Here's a 5-star roulette ticket. Why was a 5-star roulette ticket more important than a 6-star engine one? Okay, Dodge Viper, cool. Presumably I've already got this, but who knows? We'll find out, won't we? Okay, parts ticket, so I'm not really that bothered about it, but... What is it? Oh, it's for a Honda NSX. Although I have a Honda NSX, so maybe. This isn't going to give me that much because it's... Yep, I knew it was going to be a low amount of money. Okay, another engine one. For a Mercedes AMG, cool. And then a car one, which basically guarantees a car that's worth $500,000 to $1 million. If you didn't know. So Lamar car, okay. That would have been useful. That I already have because it's an Audi. Well, at least I can sell it. Right then. Why did I... Oh no, because I need to go into this, don't I? I need to go into used car dealerships to sell the cars that I've got doubles of. Right, anyway. I have been RobtheMod. Thank you very much for watching part 132 of Gran Turismo 7 on the PlayStation 5. And I hope to see you next time for more. Ta-ra.